Indebted to the chairman of this Tapovan Medical College, Ayurvedic Science and Naturopathy, Dr. Shashikumar V. Merwadeji, and also Dr. Shrikant B.G., Principal of this Ayurvedic Medical College, and Dr. Sumana Bhatt, Principal for Naturopathy, and my friend Dr. And Professor of Agriculture College, Mr. Niranjan, and Mrs. Dr. Shivkumar, Madam, and all the guests and students of this college. I am really thankful to address as a chief guest in this auspicious occasion of Amrit Mahotsav of our Independence Day. That is the 75th. This is 76th year one. And in outset, I would like to tell you, today in newspaper you might have read Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Yesterday morning he was died because of the chronic kidney disease with diabetes. That's what we call diabetic nephropathy. And he is the 36th, I think, richest billionaire in our Indian state, in the sense in our country. And as yesterday my batchmate has sent a message stating that health is a wealth. As you know that the Rigveda also says that health is a wealth. So now Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala had such a wealth, but he could not. His certain statements also he has circulated. And morning I was going through the newspaper. See now, if at all, this particular science for regeneration of cells in dysfunctional organs could have been practiced in various medical colleges, 100% Jhunjhunwala could have been saved, it seems to be. Because nowadays, many people are claiming many things, but there is no faith in the public unless and until it is properly documented and properly practiced by the medical fraternity. So that is the reason why I am really thankful to Dr. Shashikumar ji to invite and to give certain tips, whatever I have actually invented in cell regeneration in dysfunctional organs. As you know that in the existing medical science, there is any research for regeneration of the cells in any dysfunctional organs. Let us take kidney. If there is a kidney failure, whether it is due to BP or it's due to diabetes or due to polycystic nature or due to IgA nephropathy, whatever it is so, the only option is either dialysis or kidney transplant. And secondly, if you take say uncontrolled diabetes, due to that there is a diabetic nephropathy, diabetic neuropathy and diabetic retinopathy. And secondly, the patient will not get sleep and the toes are in a burning nature, and below knees the patient is not having any sensation and he cannot get sleep. But there is no science. But there is a science in our Ayurveda. And the point is, we do not have a faith on our Ayurveda. Because if you take the history of both allopathic science and Ayurveda, Ayurveda is having more than 4,000 to 5,000 years, the history. If you take Rigveda, there is a chapters. So whereas if you take allopathic science, it's history of 300 years to 500 years maximum. But it doesn't mean that the Ayurveda is the science and allopathic is not so. But the integrated approach is very important, and whatever I have developed, the science which I have coined Neo-Ayurveda, that is by blending allopathic science with Ayurveda. I have taken allopathic science for diagnosis of the diseases and the principles of treatment and all, like detoxification of cell and strengthening of the artery and thinning of the blood and giving certain supplements. These are all the basic principles in allopathic science. The same thing I have taken into this aspect. Here I have taken yoga, and I have taken the diet, what to eat and what not to eat, and I have supplemented all these Ayurvedic herbal extracts, whatever which has been mentioned in our Drugs and Cosmetic Control Act Schedule 1 in classical books. So that's what all the herbs, whatever it has been stated. The same pattern what in allopathic science is being given. See, now as Dr. Shesh Kumar ji, the chairman of this the group of institutions, he has stated that miracle drinks he has invented. So that is basically miracle. When I was a divisional commissioner in Saran division, people used to tell me, sir, आप कुछ दिए थे, वो हमारा दर्द खत्म हो गया. डॉक्टर कहा रहा था कि ये कभी भी जिंदगी में खत्म नहीं होगा. सो ये मिरेकल है सर. एंड कुछ लोग कहा था कि सर ये प्रॉब्लम कभी भी खत्म नहीं हो जाएगा. सो इट्स ए मिरेकल है सर. सो देन आई थॉट दैट व्हाई कांट आई गिव द मिरेकल एज ए ब्रांड नेम. बट बेसिकली दैट इज नॉट द नेम ऑफ द ड्रिंक. दैट इज अ ब्रांड नेम which is having more than 14 molecules and which are being given in a combinations. Say, in allopathic science, if there is a dilated cardiomyopathy, if there is a arrhythmia, that is the abnormal heart beating. Dilated cardiomyopathy, as you know that all the doctors, that swelling of the heart. There is no science in the world to normalize the system. In arrhythmia, one has to go for pacemaker. In dilated cardiomyopathy, nothing is there. Ejection fraction, if it is 20 or 30, he has to be with that ejection fraction of 20 or 30. But whereas in this Ayurveda, such a power is there that once they take the treatment with proper yoga, that is a pranayama and meditation, with the diet, within 3 days to 1 month, sea changes will be there in that person. Similarly, if you take pancreatitis, if the amylase is more than 800, there is no science. That person has to die slowly. Similarly, if you take liver cirrhosis, if there is a INR level is more than 2 or 2.5, the doctor says that without liver transplantation, he cannot survive. But in Ayurveda, and within a month or two, you can see the resultant effects through the blood parameters. See, this is the power of our Ayurveda. And in diabetes, even if it is a 14.5, that HbA1c, in Ayurveda, we can reduce to 1 to 2 points in every month if we take the average of 3 months report. If you go to this disc bulge, whether it is a C4 C5 or L4 L5, or if there is a frozen shoulder, as per the existing medical science, unless and until there is a knee replacement or some operations, it cannot be regenerated or it cannot be retrieved. But whereas in Ayurveda, it is. The only thing is we have to practice according to the principles of the diet and all. As you know that, I don't know how far you are aware, that what is the technical benefit of the meditation. Technical benefits is, as you know that in the forehead there is a hypothalamus gland. If you do the meditation, it will get triggered and automatically it will activate all our endocrine glands through pituitary glands. Those things, if you tell to the patients that this is the benefits of meditation, automatically they will inculcate. Similarly, if you take pranayama, pranayama will enhance the lungs inhaling capacity of the oxygen, so that it is an exercise of the lungs. If you state that, automatically patients will follow. So in this way, in this Amrit Mahotsav, I wanted to tell you that if at all the few medical colleges in the country could have been practiced my principles, today Rakesh Junjunwala ji could have not been died. Because that is the power of our Ayurveda. I am indebted to Dr. Shashikumar ji that by inviting me in this occasion, he has conveyed the messages very clearly that he should address on his inventions in the incurable health disorders. So that's why I am thankful to him. And also I would like to tell you that nothing is impossible in the universe for treating any health disorders. The nature has given solution for everything. That's one thing I would like to tell you. Secondly, as a ethical principles, when you treat others, you should keep your body 100% free from all the health disorders. Like that, you should follow the food. Food is the medicine. Thirdly, in your family members, nobody should suffer from any health disorders. Like that, you should inculcate the existing naturopathy and Ayurvedic system and allopathic principles also. So in these few words, I would like to इसको ये विराम देना चाहता हूँ. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot to this institution.